Hi. Hopefully that little hiccup didn't didn't come through. I started to say hi, but the record thing hadn't popped up in the corner of my screen, so I was like, hi. Oh, it doesn't. Anyways, there was the countdown, and hi. Welcome to the Mel-Tran Designs podcast. I would be your host, Melissa, also known as Anansi on Ravelry and Plurk and Instagram. I am Mel-Tran Designs. This is episode something or other. I didn't look. I need to get better about that. Today is Friday, March 7th, 2014. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer, and welcome if this is your first time. I am very happy to have you with me. This is a long overdue Stitches recap and fill you in on the last couple weeks. Yeah, I was going to record last week. Oh my gosh. So I'll tell you what happened after Stitches, and then I'll kind of talk about Stitches in general. Oh, happenings this week. We'll just go right into it. All right, there you go. Oh, there's a Mel-Tran Designs group on Ravelry and on Facebook. There you go. Okay. So I got home on, last week on Monday, whatever the date was, 25th or 6th, whatever. Anyway, got home. Kyan had been sick Sunday night and was home Monday. And she does not get sick. This child has missed only she's missed only one day this school year from being sick. The other thing she missed, it was just a half day for my ultrasound. Like, she does not get sick. So that was kind of weird, but whatever, kids get sick. The next day, Tuesday, Eli's teacher calls me and says, he's throwing up in the trash can. Can you come pick him up? Sure. So now Eli has what Kyan had, but he's like 2 days behind. So I'm thinking, great. So, and this illness, it was pretty much 8 hours of not getting to leave the bathroom for a couple different reasons. And then a couple days worth of recovering from hurling your guts out. Okay? So it moved really quick, and then you had to recover and couldn't do anything for a couple days because you're physically just like... So Tuesday afternoon this started. The cat wants out of my room. Stay put. Hey, kitty, you want to go out? Hi, kitty. She's so funny. She wants out, and then when I go to let her out, she tries to run away. Okay, anyways. So then Tuesday night, so Eli was past his 8 hours of bleh. I go to clogging, come home, and Anansi didn't go to dance because she was feeling kind of me. And I was like, if she's on the verge of what the other two have had, I'm not pushing her to go to clogging. So, or to go to dance. She doesn't clog, she has dance. So Tuesday night I get home. She comes out of the bathroom crying because she had thrown up. All right, great. So the other two were in bed. She starts with the whole thing. And she actually had the throwing up part the worst. The others it was kind of spread out. Hers went on all night long. And I mean, it started, at 8 o'clock at night, and it went all night long. And she was so weak she couldn't even get out of bed. I mean, it was horrible. I was in and out of bed. Every time I would hear her start to throw up, I was in her room. Jake was getting up with her as well. The whole thing was horrible. I mean, she really had it the worst. Well, by about 11 or midnight, Jake started. And then about 2:30 in the morning, I started. I had not even been home. I'd barely been home for 24 hours. Like, I was going on like a day and a half of being home. and I was already sick. Like, this thing was horrible. And so all day Wednesday, Kyan was fine. She was back at school. She was great. The rest of us were home on Wednesday, and then the other two were able to go back to school and kind of suffer through it Thursday, because really they were just sore, and kind of tired. So it was horrible. It was horrible. So that's why I didn't record last week, because by the time everyone kind of finished recovering, it was like Friday, and it just, I was like, I'll record next week. And I haven't recorded this week yet because I can't find my stinky camera again. I found it for last time's podcast. I thought I put it away, but guess what? I've cleaned the entire living room, and it's nowhere. I have no idea where it is. None whatsoever. So, I apologize for the grainy quality. It is not my fault. I wonder if having that on helps or makes it worse. Does this help? I don't know. Make more light? It reflects off my glasses, and I don't know if that bothers you guys. Because there's the window. There's my mirror. You guys will just have to deal with it being, I'm reflective today. So, all right. So that's what happened kind of last week, why I didn't record. And this week has just been kind of a normal week. Yesterday was Kyan's birthday. She's 8. So we have 10, 8, and 5 right now for our kids. And we didn't do anything big yesterday. Her party's tomorrow. So, that'll be when we do the cake and all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, yeah, I think that was all I was going to say about that. So, stitches. So, the Tuesday before stitches, Sarah, the sassy sheep, came over here and spent the night. And then Wednesday morning, bright and early, 6 a.m., we were on the road. We were on the road by 6:03. We left on time. It was awesome. And we proceeded to travel for the next 12 hours. It was not, excuse me. It wasn't bad, actually. Just kind of long, but, we took breaks, and the roads were good. We ran into one little icy patch, kind of leading into Nevada, but it wasn't bad. Travel conditions were good. So, we got there Wednesday at 5 o'clock local time, which is 6 o'clock my time, so about 12 hours. Got checked into the hotel, all that kind of stuff. Thursday morning we got to go set up and walk around the marketplace. See, that's the fun thing about being a vendor. You get to shop before everybody else does. Not that I raided anybody's booths crazy. I didn't have that much to spend, but I did actually do most of my spending before the market even ever opened. So, let me think. Yeah, we set up actually really fast because the booths are just 10 by 10, and with 2 of us doing it, we kind of got a good system going, and after a while it was just kind of tweaking things. So that was good. Tiring, not gonna lie. I'm getting to the point in the pregnancy that things wear me out a whole lot faster than normal. So yeah, then we went and walked around, did a little shopping, made some new friends in some different booths, and I'll talk about those. Yeah, that was Thursday. And then the market opened Thursday night for just the students. And it was crazy. They're the ones that come on Thursday night are the super excited ones because, they're special. They get to do the market before anybody else does and all that kind of stuff. So that was fun. They had a big countdown and that they were all lined up, and then there was just this whoosh of people. So we did pretty well. The market was only open for about 3 hours on Thursday night, And then we went back to the hotel and kind of collapsed. Hung out, watched the Olympics, you know, that kind of stuff. Friday, market was all day long, and, well, 10 to 6, so all day. We, you know, got up, had breakfast, headed over to the market. It was a blast. Thursday, I got to meet one of my plurk friends, Izzy N, Izzy, capital N. I didn't realize he was going to be there, and he shows up in the booth. He's like, "Are you Mel-Tran Designs?" And anyways, so we got to talk, and we actually hung out a few different times throughout the weekend, and that was a lot of fun. He's great. I really enjoyed getting to talk to him. He's a fun guy. And he kept bringing friends back to the booth, so that was nice too. And I wanted to mention that because we met. Anyway, I didn't want to get too far because we met at the beginning. So Friday, yeah, we did market all day. So exhausting. So exhausting because you're standing on a concrete floor and you're standing most of the day. And yeah, I tried to sit as much as I could, but you know, when people come into the booth, for me anyway, I guess being taught retail sales earlier in my life, when someone's in the store, you stand up because it's just more professional, it's more ready to sell, you know. And so anytime someone would come into the booth, I would stand back up, you know, make sure I was on my game because I was helping Sarah sell her amazing stuff, and my patterns were there as well. And so that was Friday. We went out to dinner. I think we went out to dinner Thursday night at Black Angus. That was good. We got steak. We got steak and potatoes. We're from Idaho. We're from a meat and potatoes type of place, and it was nice to just go get some meat and potatoes and veggies and drink a root beer and sit. So, yep, that was Friday. That wasn't the night we went out to dinner. Oh, we just ordered pizza. We just got pizza Friday night. I was so tired. I was like, I don't want to go out to eat. And it was still kind of early. Like, we got done at 6 instead of 8 on Friday night. And I was still full from lunch. I was like, I'm not ready to go eat. And we went back to the hotel. And after a while, I was like, I'm kind of hungry, but I don't want to go anywhere. And we looked at pizza places. And there was no good place that delivered to the hotel. But there was one. We were outside of their out of their delivery range, but they were only like a 5-minute drive away. It was really weird. So anyway, Sarah just went and picked up some pizza. And we watched the Olympics again. Then Saturday, repeat of Friday pretty much. Craziness all day. By this point, I was in so much pain. I'm not even going to lie. I had a blast. I'm going to preface any complaining I do by saying I really, really had a blast. My feet hurt so bad, and the baby decided to have a growth spurt while I was there. And so my stomach skin was stretching and hurting, and one spot in particular, and so I would walk around just like rubbing my stomach because it hurt so bad, and I would sit as much as possible. But like I said, I was having a really good time. I just was in a lot of pain while I was having a really good time. So that's kind of how it goes when you're, you know, making a kid. It comes with the territory. I'm far enough along that, you know, that kind of happens. So, yeah, that was starting to get to me by Saturday. We went out to dinner, Saturday night, and we went out with a few other vendors. Man, we went out with a few other vendors and some. I knew that was coming. I got a catch in my throat. And some attendees. There was a group of, I don't know, 12 or 13 of us. It was fun. And let me think. We went to Mexican. A couple of them that I met, I was really excited to meet. Liz from Apple Tree Knits. She and I were actually in contact a couple of years ago. We were both having our first patterns tested at the same time. And we did quite a bit of interacting back and forth. And I didn't realize that she was going to be vending. And when we were walking the market, I saw her logo and I was like, wait a minute, I think that's her. And so when we got back to the hotel, I looked her up and for sure it was. So I made it a point to go meet her. And that's how we got invited to dinner, was after meeting her. And another gal that I was excited to meet was Sharon. She's the one that makes the Ablet bracelets. And I bought one, so I'll show it to you. But it was exciting to meet her because I've had that on my wish list for a really long time. And so not only did I get to buy one, I got to meet the person that makes them, which is neat. So, yeah. I also got to talk to, sorry, I know I'm not going in chronological order, but it was fun to see Scarlett from Huckleberry Knits. She's amazing. And she and I met up at Sock Summit for the first time. And I've done some, like I was in one of her clubs, two of her clubs. I've done two of her clubs, and I've done like a custom order from her and stuff. And so anyways, we've talked. So she remembered me. So it was really fun getting to hang out with her a little bit and talk to her, and just some of the other vendors that I had never met before. It was fun to, meet them and get to see their stuff. I mean, so many amazing vendors. I'm glad that I was limited on the cash that I had because Namaste was there. Oh, I really almost broke and bought one of their bags because they were $20 off plus no shipping, and I did not. And I still think about that bag. So I might end up just forking out the money for it at some point. But anyways, maybe I'll put it on my wish list. And my birthday's next month. Maybe I'll just have Jake get me a bag for my birthday. Because, I need more bags. Good grief. I have so many bags. Okay, anyways. So Saturday night we went out to dinner. Sunday. Oh, and Jamie came on Saturday. Jamie is my friend, not just on Plurk, but we have talked in VKNs a lot, and we've texted and all that kind of stuff. She is Moira R70. I don't remember if that's what she is on Ravelry too. Anyways, so I was really, really happy to see her in person because I never have met her in person. So it was fun to get to squeeze her, give her a big hug, and hang out with her and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, then Sunday, by Sunday I was falling apart. Like physically, I was just a wreck. You couldn't tell. Like the guy across the way from us, by the end on Sunday, he's like, "You seem very chipper and upbeat." I was like, "I know." And he's like, "It's all an act, isn't it?" I was like, "Uh-huh." I said I'm really happy to be here and I'm loving talking to all these people. I'm just really, really hurting in multiple places and I'm miserable, but I'm loving it at the same time. And he's like, "Yeah, I can see that." So anyways, Sunday was a shorter market. It was 10 to 4. No less fun, no fewer amazing people. It's such a neat thing to be around other crazy knitters who understand your craziness. And you don't have to explain it. You can use words that you can't use with normal people and not explain them. You can just talk in knitting language and not even worry about it. So, yeah, I was surprised at the number of non-knitters that came, especially with the cost of the marketplace. I really was surprised at how many people just tagged along. How many non-sock knitters there are out there. People, join the addiction. If you're scared of socks, there's nothing to be scared of. It's just some knits and some purls and some working in the round. Jump on the bandwagon and make some socks. Just saying. So, yeah. Sarah did really well with her sales. I don't know her numbers. I wouldn't tell you anyways, but she did amazing. I sold 65 patterns. which I was extremely happy with. I had no expectations going into it of how many patterns I would sell. The Cursed Cable Mitts pattern actually completely sold out, and my Diersta shawl pattern almost sold out. I think I came home with like 3 or 4. And then the others, you know, were kind of mixed in. But my Cursed Cable Mitts, which that's my most favorite design. The socks I love, but the mitts, there's just something different about them. They're my most favorite design. Sorry, I'm kind of leaning on my bed, and I think I just made the camera go. So I was so excited that those sold out. Yeah, really, really excited. So 65 patterns in 3.5 days, not bad. Not bad at all. And that's actually when I almost bought the Namaste bag, because Sarah said, do you want me to pay you for your patterns now or later? Because you could go get that bag. And I went, mm-mm. No, I brought cash. I spent the cash. That's all I'm doing. No more. And she's like, are you sure? I said, stop. Because she had just bought the bag in red. I wanted the orange one so bad. So bad. I did not. I refrained. I will get it though, because I'm it's, you know how you don't, the way that you don't do an impulse purchase is you decide, okay, I'm going to think about it. And if I'm still thinking about it later, I'll get it. I'm still thinking about it. I just don't have the option of getting it $20 cheaper. Oh, well, maybe somebody will have a sale. Jimmy Bean sometimes has their Namaste bags on sale and stuff. So we'll see. Anyways, all right. Now that I'm 21 minutes in, I think that's everything. Oh, we drove to Reno Sunday night, stayed at Circus because they're cheap on weeknights. And they have an ice cream shop downstairs where the Midway is. So we got ice cream, walked around, and then crashed. And then drove the rest of the way Monday, and I filled in the blanks before that. So now we're to today, and we're together, and I'm so happy, and I really hate that I have crappy quality camera, especially because I'm going to show you all these pretties. Anyway. All right. Some of my works in progress, well, one of them, especially like the only other one, is, oh, dang it. I'm not going to leave. I am working on that cute little baby sweater, and I have it sitting right out there, and I left it. The Harvest sweater by Tin Can Knits that I was making out of my hand spun. I'm done with the body. I just have to put the arms on. So I will show that next time. I'm going to try to record next week. I would like to record next week. And then I can show you. I'll probably have the arms on by then. Hopefully. I've been putting it off because I had to work on something else. So, yeah, the body of that is done. It's like this big. It's so cute. 0 to 6 month stuff. Knits up so fast. It's pretty. It's what I was working on while we were driving. So, well, that and my my tube scarf that's with my leftover yarns. So my scrap scarf, I worked on that too because it's easy to work on while you're driving because it's just in the round. So, all right. One of my works in progress is down underneath all of my stitches acquisitions. So I'm going to kind of switch up the segment order. You probably don't care. I have no spinning to show you and no designing to talk about right now. So those aren't even going to exist. I'll show you my one FO that I have, and then we'll go into acquisitions and then works in progress. It's my podcast. I can do whatever I want. Ready for the FO? It's super cute. Are you ready for it? Bam! It's an elephant! It's Kyan's birthday elephant. And it's not quite that, it's a little bit more green than what I'm seeing on my screen. That, since the screen puts out a blue hue, I don't know if that changes it or not, taking the blue light away. So anyways, this is her cute elephant. His eyes are kind of, there we go, are stuck in the up position. It actually, the pattern has tusks, but I thought it was cute without the tusks, and Kyan agreed, so I'm not going to put them. And his head is a little wobbly, but I put so much extra stuffing, but she's also been going like this with them, just because she thinks it's funny, and I think some of the stuffing has actually gone out of his neck. which is fine. It's her elephant. If she wants him to be extra wobbly, then that's fine. So, anyways, here's the elephant, and he's very adorable and was a fun knit. The yarn that I used is Red Heart Shimmer, and it's actually pretty nice to work with. It's soft and kind of fuzzy and has shimmeriness to it. I have not put on his tail. I was going to do that before I recorded and was like, I just need to record really quick. So it's just a little braided tail. Nothing fancy. Just right there. Kyan got him yesterday and he goes, he needs a tail. His butt's bare. I was like, the tail. So anyways, there's the elephant out of the Knitted Wild Animals book. I did do some adjustments because she had it in so many ridiculous pieces. And I was like, not happening. Not even a little bit. So I at least did the bottom and the body in one piece, and I did the head in the round. And that was so much. I don't know why she didn't make it a little bit easier than she did, but it's not my design. So I just tweaked it. The ears were even in two pieces, and did that in the round. Whatever. Anyway, I made it easier for me anyway. Less sewing. As it was, I had to sew the head on, and I sewed the ears on. The ears, like I said, they were done in two pieces, front half, back half, and then sewn together. I did a Judy's Magic cast on, and then knit out, and then did a Kitchener. I don't know. Anyway, so I had to sew those on, sewed the head on the body, and sewed the arms and legs onto the body. So I didn't mind it though. It wasn't too bad. So anyway, all right. That's the only FO. We're gonna talk about acquisitions because they're right here next to me. Oh, I got some new toys. Where's my? Oh, must put it in there with. I'll show that later. All right. The first thing I'm going to show you is actually something that I did not get at Stitches, but it's an acquisition, so I'm showing you. We had a new yarn store open locally, and when I went, I bought a couple things from her, one of them being some pink Cascade 220. Nothing fancy. It's going to be put with some of the boy colors that I bought for pants and shorties and diaper covers and all that kind of stuff for the baby. So anyways, it's a nice fun pink. All right, Stitches acquisitions. First thing I'll show you from that is actually something I did not buy. It was given to me by the author. She came around and kind of made friends with Sarah and me and gave us a copy of her book, gave each of us a copy of her book. So her name is Allison Jepson Hyde, and here's the book, Wrapped in Comfort, Knitted Lace Shawls. And I'm not going to do a review on it because I don't have time, but I'll show you the front and I'll show you the back. Let's see if I can at least eliminate that reflection a little bit. Very pretty. She's a very sweet woman. Very, very, very sweet woman. I had so much fun talking to her, and she was in the booth for a long time. There's kind of a lull. I think it was on Friday. Yeah, because I saw her Saturday. She wasn't going to be there Sunday. So I saw her Friday. We had this lull for probably about 20 or 30 minutes, and she just sat in the booth and hung out with us and just talked and told us stories. And anyway, you can see she signed it right there. So anyways, wonderful, wonderful woman. Looks like, oh, there's a picture of her there. And she was actually wearing this shawl right here the day that I met her. So anyways, thank you, Allison, if you happen to watch. So there's that. And one of these days I'll do a review on it so you guys can see all the pretty shawls. All right. Let me move this and this out of here. So I'll just pull stuff out of the top. First thing I'm going to show you is from Abstract Fibers. Abstract Fiber. They had these awesome 860 yard bumps of DK weight yarn. How awesome is that? It's showing up so much more blue than it really is. Okay. It's a very nice turquoise. On my screen, I'm just going to leave that up. It's not going to change it. On my screen, it's looking very blue, but there's a lot of green in it. It's a turquoise, teal-y blue. And what I love is see like that dark splotch. And there's a couple other places that, you know, it has that really awesome hand-dyed quality to it. 860 yards, one skein. It was $40. Did I say that already? $40. Amazing deal. They said they got a good deal on these large skeins and just wanted to pass it on to us, the consumers. So that's a vest right here. Boom. One skein vest for me. Bam. So there's that. Nextly is, I grabbed this from the Sassy Sheep. It was the one and only one that she had. It's a colorway that she doesn't dye because a lot of people don't buy it, but I loved it, so I snagged it before it even went on the shelf or on the hook, whatever. And it's her pumpkin spice colorway. If you like it, contact her and let her know that she needs to be making more. You can contact her on her Etsy shop. I don't think that's listed on here. And this is her Twinkle sock yarn. I've never actually made anything with sparkly yarn, like for me, with the silvery sparkly. I haven't. But 75/20. Oh, 75. I didn't say what this was. This is 100% superwash merino. All right. This one is 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, 438 yards on 3.5 ounces. So it's a little bit of a lighter fingering weight. And yeah, like I said, pumpkin spice colorway. And I love it muchly. So, Sassy Sheep. The Sassy Sheep at Etsy. Tell her you like that color. Tell her I told you to tell her. All right. Next, I discovered a couple of ladies who call themselves Western Sky Knits, WSK. And the colorway is called Forest Night. I hope this shows up because it looks way better when I'm recording than when it's actually recorded, which is what irritates me about this program. It looks great, and then I watch the video, but I'm like, this is all fuzzy and looks like crap. Anyway, sorry. It's this really dark, it's kind of a blue-green. It's green, but it's more on the blue side of green. And then it has kind of this black overwash. And I hope that's showing up. For me, it looks like it's showing up. My goal was to get some solid / semi-solid sock yarn while I was there because I have some socks out of the Fellowship of the Sock, Lord of the Rings inspired pattern book, and they're all highly, highly, highly textured. Well, you can't have variegated yarn for a textured sock. So my goal was to get solid colored sock yarn. So I got this. Here's the first one. Like I said, WSK. And they are, is it just, let me see, westernskyKnits.com. Oh. Let's see if we can get, there we go. westernskyKnits.com. And it's an 80-20 blend, as you can see. All right. Next one is from the Forbidden Woolery, which I had never heard of her either. She is super sweet. Oh my gosh, and her DK weight, so scrumptious, but I didn't buy any. Forbidden Woolery, this is her Superstition base, which is a 75/25 merino nylon blend, 460 yards. And it looks like this. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that, there's kind of the lighter whitish patch and, the light and dark. I love semi-solid. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm anxious to see how this looks up with all looks worked up with all the twisted stitches and cables and traveling stitches and things like that. So the color on this, I think it must be a reference that I don't know, but I can't tell if it's confundus or confunbus because that D looks kind of like a B, and she mixes her capitals and lower cases, and so I don't actually know what that says. If you know what the reference is, let me know, because I probably sound like an idiot, but people I've shown it to, and they're like, what is this word? I'm like, I have no idea. So anyways, but it's gorgeous. And she is, let me see, does she have her website listed? No. She's on, I think she's on Etsy. I can still show you Forbidden Woolery. I actually got 2 things from her. Oh, this one, it's not going to come across as amazing as it is. It's just going to come across as gray yarn. Well, here's what it looks like. Just a beautiful semi-solid gray. And I'm not buying lace yarn on purpose because I don't really like to use it. This is lace weight yarn. I made an exception. But my plan is actually, because of the amount of yardage in here, I'm going to hold it doubled and use it as fingering weight for a shawl. The reason I made the exception and bought this is because I couldn't stop touching it. And right now, I don't want to stop touching it. I'll tell you why. Oh, this is her Whisper base. Because it's 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk, 10% cashmere. Yeah. It's even softer than you're imagining right now. And the funny thing is the colorway name, because it's so soft and pretty. It's called Man of Steel. Which, I mean, I get it because it's the gray, but it's just kind of funny that, anyway. So amazingly soft. There's already a halo. Can you see that? Because I've played with it so much. So amazing. And there's 875 yards. Oh, she doesn't have it listed on her thing. I remember from the sign, though. There's 875 yards. So holding it doubled, I'm going to get, well over the 420, 430 mark that it takes for most of the shawls that I make, anyways. So I'll be good. $35. So nice. So nice. So go visit her. I think she's on Etsy. All right, we are down to the last 2 things that I bought. I didn't buy very much. I only had $150 cash, and I spent that much. I was good. I was really good. All right, the last last skein of yarn that I got was from Huckleberry Knits, of course, because she's awesome. And this is her Granny Smith colorway. So not a color that I normally would buy, but imagine how awesome this will look in textured socks. And it's her Willow base, which is my favorite base of hers. It's a BFL nylon blend, 80-20, 420 yards. So, yeah, Huckleberry Knits. Love, love, love her. She's on Etsy, and her name's Scarlett, and she's amazing, so go buy stuff from her. The last thing I purchased was my Ablet bracelet. It looks like this. And she has a clasp here that makes it so you can do a lobster clasp. So you figure out what size is yours, and then you can put it through and then just do the lobster. And you can cut these off too if you want to. I just haven't yet because I haven't worn it all that much. So the way these work, if you've never seen it, it's a row counter. So one side is for the ones column and the other side is for the tens column. So let me give you a little lesson. So you finish row 1, row 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And then when you finish up to 10, then you put this one down. And then after, I'll put that here. Let's put it in front of the white wall. So then after 10, you start off again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I had this down, it would be 10 plus 5. So I would have just finished row 15. Same goes 25, 35. You can go all the way up to 100 rows just on this one awesome row counter / beautiful bracelet. So you can always have your row counter with you and have a fun, pretty accessory. And I love how she has the different colored bead for the 5 for the middle mark. I think that's genius. Her name is Sharon. She's awesome. She's super sweet. And you can find her stuff on Etsy as well. Like I said, I've had it in my wish list for a very long time and was happy to finally get to buy one. So there's that. That is all my purchases. Not bad, right? I think I got my money's worth for sure. So let's move on to my works in progress. I have two of them really that I'm actively working on. The sweater will come back in, but these two I'm really actively working on. Here is the first thing. It's the baby blanket that I'm so close to being done with. I have only 7 more rows left. So remember, I started it like a boy blanket, blue to gray, and then I threw in this awesome, fun, bright pink, and then I'm using this really great kind of electric purple for the edging. So I've done 1 repeat so far. It's just a 4-row repeat that you do 3 times, so it's just 12 rows. So I've done 4 plus 1. So I have just 7 rows left, and I'm done. I don't remember the name. Dang it, I always forget the name of this. Star something or other. I don't know, and I don't have it in my projects. I realized that I was updating my projects this morning and was like, oh crap. So I need to get that in soon. So anyways, just has this cute little star motif here. Mostly stockinette. It's square but knit in the round, which is awesome. And I'm almost done. I'm using size this. I don't know what size needles. Dang it, I don't have my needle gauge. I'm really sorry. I think they're size 8s. In fact, I'm 7s. 7s or 8s. They're 7s or 8s. I know they're not 6s. Because my other one is on 6. Well, let me compare. I don't think they're 6s. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I don't think they are. No, they are, I'm going to say 8s. I'll double check them and make sure that it's right in my project page so you can go look. But I liked the drape and everything, and so that's what I'm using. So anyway, there we go. I'm really sorry about that. All right. Oh, the yarn is Tatami Tweed. It's a Kramer yarn. Let me pull out the skein that I'm pulling from here. Oh, Tatami Tweed by Kramer. It's 45% cotton, 55% acrylic, and it has 250 yards a skein, and it's stinking cheap. It's only $6.50 a skein. So that's what I actually made my dress out of for Sock Summit. Only it was not tweed. It was just the blue regular Tatami. Tatami no tweed. And the other thing I'm working on, I actually just started yesterday. It's a Piper's Journey shawl for a class that I'm teaching that started last night. So I figured I should probably start the project. It was because of that elephant. It set me off, but I worked on it like all afternoon, so I was pretty far ahead. I actually just finished the garter section before I started recording. Here's what it looks like. And I'm deciding what I want to do. The pattern calls for a sport weight yarn. I didn't have sport weight that I really liked all that much for this pattern. So when I was at the yarn shop last week, this is kind of acquisitions too, because I bought this yarn for it. It's a fingering weight yarn. It's Draymond Color Smushy, which I'm sure you've all heard of, in the gray tabby colorway. Here's what it looks like in this skein. Just a nice semi-solid gray. I love how it works up. I know it's upside down, but I love just the subtle variations because there's kind of the dark spots like right there and the lighter spots in the middle. I'm at the 243 stitches, but the pattern says that the edging only takes a little over 1/3 of your yarn. Well, I still have 58 grams out of 120. So I was going to give myself about 45 grams to do the edging. So that's still, 13 grams that I should use up because I don't want to have a bunch of extra yarn. I don't want to have a bunch of extra yarn. And because it's fingering, oh, let me back up and tell you why I chose fingering weight. This is kind of a plump fingering weight. I'm not saying that it wouldn't knit at a regular gauge if I were to, put it on my size 1s, but it is a plumper fingering weight. Hopefully you can see that it's very, very round, and so there's a lot of air in it, so it has some plumpness to it. And crescent shaped shawls don't really look that great on me because I'm so narrow in the shoulders. And so I thought if I get a little bit of a smaller yarn, I'll have a little bit of a smaller shawl so it won't look so bad. So that's why I'm kind of like, I'm at the right number of stitches, but I'd kind of like to use up all the yarn. And 13 grams actually, with the rows as long as they are, would probably only be 2 or 3 more repeats. And so and you increase, it's a paid pattern, but this isn't going to give away too much. You increase 6 stitches every other row. So I don't think 18 more stitches would make it too terribly much bigger, but then I wouldn't have a ton left over. I don't know, I'll have to weigh it, but I'm leaning towards doing a few more increase repeats. Super easy, great pattern so far. It's just this garter stitch with a nice lacy edge that is nice and loose, so it can wrap around nicely and not pull tight. I think the way she did it was very smart. I love the squishiness of the garter stitch. Yeah, so, and then if you're not familiar with the pattern, I can actually show you a picture here. So it's black and white. In fact, here, I'll even be nice and pull it out of the sheet protector. So you have this garter stitch section, and then you have the applied edging. Sorry, I'm like, what's the word? Edging right here, where you turn sideways and work your way across the bottom like this, and you attach it as you go. So, and that's actually something that my students have never done before, and it's written and charted. So you have, yeah, you have the option of, has the lace border, won't give you too much, lace border, written, charted. So that's nice, because not everybody likes written, not everybody likes charted, so makes everybody happy. So there you go, Piper's Journey by Paula Emmons Feasley. There you go. So yeah, that is the only other thing I'm working on, and now I'm really anxious to, because I was like, yeah, I'm at the 243, and I was looking at it going, I could make more, and I weighed it and going, I could really make some more rows and make the garter section a little bit taller. So anyway, the joys of just doing your own thing. So the new toys that I got, I'm not going to go into it much because it has nothing to do with knitting, but it's still fun. I got a new phone and a tablet this week. I don't know where my phone is, though. I was going to bring it in and show you. I mean, it's a phone, but it's a Samsung Galaxy S4, and it's awesome. You can, there's a lot of voice commands that you can do. You can wave your hand over the sensor. Like when I'm reading something, I can just go like this. What, Eli?
It's 10:40.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
He's been telling me what time it is all day long. I don't know why. So when I'm reading something, I can just go like this in front of the phone, and it'll scroll up so I can keep reading. It's awesome. And it has smart, what is it called? Smart View technology or something like that, where it will, if you're reading something, it can follow your eyes and know that you're at the bottom, and then it'll scroll up automatically. Or if you're watching a movie and look away, it'll pause the movie. I mean, it's like crazy what this phone can do. Crazy. It's amazing. Amazing. They had them buy one, get one free. And Jake and I both needed new phones, so we both got one. And I wanted to show you my awesome case. It's gray and pink, and it's cute. Anyway, I kind of happened upon this perfect storm of a whole bunch of different promotions all going on at the same time. Not only at the same time, but they could cross over. And so we got a crap ton of money worth of free stuff because of this, that, and the other. Well, we had spent $100 of it to get really nice cases and extra chargers and screen protectors for our phones, and we still had $200 left. And the guy's like, well, technically you can get tablets. They're on sale for $100. And I'm like, really? Which ones? Because I'm picky. Tablets are not all the same. In fact, most of them are just pieces of junk, to tell you the truth. There's one tablet, two tablets that I've wanted. Nexus 7 and the Galaxy Tab. the Nexus 7 was on sale for $100. So guess what? Jake and I each got a Nexus 7. And it's really dirty. My kids have been playing on it. Hey, look, there's me. Showing you me. Anyways, there is a screen protector. So, but not only did we get these, somehow we qualified to get accessories to go with them. So we got screen protectors and these awesome cases that will, hold it like this, which is nice. Love, love, love it. I'm having a blast. I've never had a tablet before, and it's incredible. It has the camera right there. Anyway, great case. I got this color, and Jake got a black one, so we could tell them apart. And we have different colored cases on our phones, obviously, because I said mine had pink on it. His is just black, which is fine. So, anyways, we got this, and because of some other random thing that I qualified for, I got their accessory of the month, which is a Bluetooth speaker that usually retails for $150 but was on sale for $80. I spent $4 on it for tax. We got over $500 in free stuff. And the guy, he goes, I've never seen anyone get this much free stuff. I said, I've never been the one to lock into this kind of free stuff. And we had to go back later because Jake wasn't with me when I initially went in, so he had to take his phone in. They gave us $100 a piece for our phones that were pieces of crap. It was awesome. So, Jake was in there later, and the guy was telling him, he goes, sometimes I'll bend the rules a little bit so somebody can, maybe get something for free. He said, I didn't have to do that at all. You guys just got all this stuff, and I've never seen anybody do that before. So, yay! It was awesome. So, yeah, we got all of that, and what's nice about the tablet is that it's on our phone. I have to type something to Jake. Hold on. I'm leaving here in 15 to 20 minutes. You should be fine. I'm recording. Hold on, Eli. Jake was telling me that he's running to the store with his friend from work, but I'm going to be taking some medicine over to him, and he's like, unless you're on your way. And so I wanted to respond really quick. So, anyways, what I like about the tablets is that they're part of our phone plan. They're not that much. They're like, hold on, Eli, please, I'm just about done. They're like $10 extra, so they can access our data, which is cool, because if I don't have Wi-Fi, I can access my phone data plan if I'm out and about and happen to need to get on it, which I don't really see the need for that coming up hardly ever. And so, but it's nice. It's nice to have. And it's great that now we have two of them. And because the kids like to play on our phones, and I don't feel obligated to give my kids my phone to play with, but if I'm not doing anything with it and they want to sit and play for a little while, I don't care. But now I can have my phone and just hand them this, and they can play on it for a while. And there's some really cool games that you would never think of as being educational. They're not like touted as educational games, but they actually teach them quite a bit. There's a really fun game that we just got. I know I'm at 53 minutes, which is fine. It's called Stack the States, and you answer questions about the different states, and then you have to kind of, if you get it right, you get that state, and then you have to kind of build a tower of these states that doesn't fall over. So it's teaching you about the states, but it's also teaching, kind of how you can balance things, to keep it even and stuff. So anyways, kind of fun, really, really cool. So anyway, I think that's everything. Anansi gets to learn how to snowboard today. She's going to go up with the school, and instead of skiing, she asked if she could learn how to snowboard. And I was like, for $25, the school ski night is $25. That includes the bus ride up there, equipment rental, and a lesson. So I was like, yeah, for $25, you can try a different sport than the one you're doing now. If she doesn't like it, I mean, she's stuck doing it for tonight, but she still has her skis. She has her season pass. It's not like she can't go up with Jake another time and get her ski on. You know what I mean? So, anyways. All right. I am going to let you all go for now. pretty sure I've covered everything, and I'm under an hour even when I add my couple pictures that I'm hoping to add. I don't know if I ever uploaded them. I might not. I might just try to get this up. I'll decide. But anyways, as you can hear, Eli's with me. We're going to run over, take something to Jake before I take him to school. So, all right. Have a great week. I plan to record because I actually have a clogging competition. A week from today we'll be leaving, and I want to record before that. So, till next week. Have a great week. Hope you get all the spinning and knitting and crocheting and crafting done that you want, and you have plenty of time to do it all. And until next time, keep knitting. Bye.